Hello everyone. Welcome to game number 1 between Wait Till 10 and Bull Moose Party. We're going to go ahead and be playing on Towers of Doom, but we do have some map bans to talk about. We did ban out Alterac Valley, Baraxis Holdout, Battlefield of Eternity, and Cursed Hollow. And it looks like we are ready to go into the draft right now, so we don't need to really stick around and talk about any of that. Boom, here we go. Hello one and all, hello all. Super happy to see all of you here today. All of your shining faces. We are on Towers of Doom. First pick and first ban do go the way of Wait Till 10, because the map was picked by the side of Bull Moose Party. So we'll go ahead and see who they get rid of. First of all, we have to see who they ban out, who they don't want to play against. Global's very popular on this map. Can definitely be used in order to kind of like actually move up and take both top ones on the 3-1, but instead they do go ahead and say, no, we don't really care about global, we just want to actually take away the ability to move your entire team around very quickly. So Lucio is gone. High Five also not on the table, so we don't want you to be able to stop all of our CC. CC is amazing. Dezebo, the new hotness, is going to go ahead and be removed from the tier map. With that being said, we do go ahead and have Nazebo. I love people started talking in chat and I got very distracted. I was like, wait, what is going on here? We do go ahead and have Nazebo being taken out as well. The Zul, interesting. Possibly choking out Bull Moose Party's double soaking options, because Zul is very good at putting pressure on both top and mid lane. Not necessarily the fastest double soaker, but the one that actually does the most damage to the structures. And then we do go ahead and have Vala being the 4th and final ban. Vala, the hero that everyone loves to hate. I like it, except the problem is if I call Nazebo the new hotness, it means I can't be the new hotness, and I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Does not seem very good. Does not seem very yay. But with that being said, we do go ahead and have Azalea is going to go ahead and take that there Bright Wing. Bright Wing. The global, like we talked about, we will have to see if there's a Dahaka to answer on the other side, or will they just sort of concede? Malth is amazing. Malth is my go-to double sucker on this map. We do not have the answering Dahaka just yet anyway. We do have Toast Monsieur. I love it. It sounds kind of French. It sounds kind of yay. Toast Monsieur coming out with the Varian, and then Jaina by Eternal Blue. Isn't Eternal Blue like a RPG? I feel like maybe I'm thinking of Eternal Sky and Endless Ocean or something like that. Guys, I have just been visited.
The hunt is
all shall suffer.
You know the rules, kitty. You can't headbutt me unless you want to be on the stream. That's how it works. Hello Radio, yes we are casting. We do go ahead and have Lunara and Leoric being picked up on the side of Wait Till 10. Lunara definitely is interesting in that Lunara's one of the highest DPS characters in the game, but a lot of her damage is actually I've actually played Eternal Sonata, but I never beat it. A lot of her damage is poison, so it can't be healed up by the opposing healer. Leoric, very good at the double soakage. Malth definitely does have the ability to wreck a Leo, I absolutely agree. Leo is really dependent on landing his spooky touch. Gotta put on those ghostly fingers on the opponent, and Malthael teleports, which makes it very difficult. You just wait for that animation to start queuing up, and then all of a sudden Malthael's on the other side. Break on through to the other side. You're going to have Orphea and Raynor being taken out, and then Taiki. Taiki shows up. He's a bad man. He's got a minigun, and check out those abs. I could never be Tychus. When I go like this, nobody cares. And then yes, there is Winter Rose coming out with the Malthael, the Angel of Death from Diablo. So I do definitely feel like now the one problem that this is going to have is that on a double soak map, Malthael and Leoric are not really going to see one another. They're going to be just so busy going from one lane to the other lane to one lane to the other lane that it doesn't actually end up mattering. It's because they'll just ETC interesting. That surprises me because All they've got is Tychus so far, but Tychus is really, really good at interrupting Mosh Pit with his little boom booms. Boom boom booms. Then let me hear you say E-T-C-E. I think I said E-T-C-E, which spells absolutely nothing.
Victory above all.
Victory above all. We do have Krizo coming out with that Stukov. So, Brightwing versus Krizo. We do have the global pressure from Azalea. That actually could mean that whenever there's a triple phase, they do go ahead and teleport up top and try and control the top two very, very quickly instead of fighting over the bottom one. That is a possibility. There is no answering global on the other side. So, we'll go ahead and get into the prediction. Look forward to this, and I will see you in the game, but you will not see me. I will disappear from your screens. Don't cry. I still haven't changed the... No, 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 I say. Much better. No, I really don't want to become famous. Alright, here we go. Get no one in there. That was so weird. Like, OBS crashed and so did Heroes. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but we'll go ahead and get back in as soon as we can. Here is this amazing load screen that you guys are just so eager and happy to see. Yes, absolutely rejoin. I don't 100% know what... That was so weird. I haven't seen that happen before. I need my computer fixed. Thankfully, I can actually get it fixed. I've got everything. I just need to install a new motherboard, which actually means I need to pay someone else to install a new motherboard, because that is way above my comfort level. Okay, it does look like they were nice and waited for me. Thank you very much. Coming into the game, we do go ahead and have on the side of... Oh, actually... We're not even on the right overlay. 1 second, guys. There we go. Go ahead and get over to that. So we do have on the side of Wait Till 10, Lady Roden playing the Habidira Lunara. We do go ahead and have Azalea on that there Brightwing. I let the little Deathwing Brightwing, it's so adorable. We do go ahead and have J-Mac on the Leoric. Ronin is hanging out on ETC. And Iceman is playing that Tassadar, Herald of the Templar. On the other side of the map, representing the Bull and Moose Party, we do have Eternal Blue, not Eternal Sonata, coming in with that Jaina. We have Hazard playing the Tychus, Mr. Minigun himself. Krizo is on the Stukov, and then Toast Monsieur on the Varian. Probably Toast Monster, I probably should say the name correctly. We do go ahead and have Winter Rose up at the top, he's playing that Malthael. I don't know what they're waiting on. I hope they're not waiting on me. Because, I kind of, like, can't tell them I'm here. I'm not a ref. Let me go ahead and go to another screen because I don't want them... obviously, we don't have Sylvanas in the game. We're not looking at Sylvanas cheese. But still... I appreciate them for waiting, but I am back in. I don't know how to tell them I'm back in. It's also possible they're waiting for someone else. Like, I can't talk in chat, guys. They're asking me if I'm here and I can't answer them. I guess I'll Discord them real quick. Alright, looks like we're about to be getting started. So let's go ahead and get in here real quick.
Let the battle begin.
We do have everyone moving into the middle of the map, except for Malthael. Malthael is preemptively moving up. This could be a problem if the red team moves out a little bit too aggressively. We'll have to see what they choose to do. This is a map called Towers of Doom. It is the only map in the map pool where you actually do not win by moving in and destroying these. As you can see, these are invulnerable. Periodically, there will be these altars that will show up, and when you channel them, shots will ring out. When you do 40 damage to the other core, you win the game. Taking each of these individual buildings will allow to shoot for you, so you can have up to 7 shots, your core and these 6 towers. Additionally, very regularly, you do have the members of the top and mid lane actually moving in and double soaking, where they will just try and get all of the experience. While everyone else kind of pays attention to this bottom lane, they really want to control this one, because this lane does have a pair of sappers right here, that when you move them, they can actually walk down the lane and do extra shots for you. So as they're going ahead and picking this up, it does look like the opponents are moving to the other lane to go ahead and try and get this sapper camp and take that out. Toastman is going to go ahead and stay right over here. Does make sure there's no invasion, and indeed there isn't. Both lanes are picked up, and the sappers are moving on through. We're going to start moving into the opponent. Pulling up this, we do go ahead and have the initial talents being picked up. Some questing talents on both sides. We do have the Alliance Mob, Frog Rock, and Static Charge. A little bit of damage on Kill Sponge here. There was a nice Tastar wall to keep them from retreating, but it does look like Brandon's going to go ahead and walk behind the safety of the wall. We are moving back and forth. We have the double soakers continuing to double soak. And real quick, let me get this stupid cursor out of the way, because it's bothering me, and if it's bothering me, it means it's bothering you. Because you guys always have the same opinions on things I do. We are moving up. It does look like the double soak got interrupted for a second, so we do actually have the Wait Till 10 moving up to go ahead and catch that experience. Team experience in Heroes of the Storm is shared, so both teams are level 4, but it does look like a slight advantage on the side of Wait Till 10 up here, as they do hit level 5. Unlike a lot of other games, you do not have individualized experience, so all teams, and we do have a polymorph on the Varian. Varian taking a lot of damage, is trying to go back, protected by the way. Taunt comes out onto that ETC. ETC does go ahead and become the first blood of the game. We're gonna have steak for dinner as ETC goes down. Here we do go ahead and have the tower starting to come up. It does look like with ETC being down, we should have an advantage on the side of Bull Moose Party. I forgot their name for a second. Iceman was not really expecting them to all be hanging out in the bush. There we have some shots coming across. Boom. Down to 36 health on the side of Bull Moose Party. But again, like I said, with that global, we do actually have an aggressive invader onto the top half of the map. And we do end up having 8 shots going across into the core of Bull Moose Party. A slight advantage right now for Wait Till 10. But 2 kills to 0 are in favor of Bull Moose Party. The experience has swung the other way, and we are almost to level 7. That is picked up right about now. Right about now. Level 7, picked it up now. I'm having too good a time with this. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. We do go after, once again, the dance of the Sapper Cants. Cants? Man, synchronized camp pickup. Love to see it. We have Winter Rose and J-Mac moving back and forth. Winter Rose will not really start to dominate this just yet. But yep, you can see him trying to land with this, but Winter Rose is just moving all the way across, and J-Mac needs to be careful. Does go ahead and spooky walk one out of there, but if Winter Rose had her level 10, then that would just get taken out very, very quickly. There's a nice Jaina Blizzard coming down. They're trying to go in and move into this. And with that being taken care of, we do go in and have everyone kind of moving through. There's once again the taunt on the ETC, and once again, can you say moo? I bet you can, because ETC cannot, and we need to fill in the gap. Third kill on the side of Wait Till 10, or on the side of Bull Moose Party against Wait Till 10. By the way, did I say third? I meant fourth. Fourth kill on the side of Bull Moose Party. That lovely laugh does mean that the Headless Horseman has graced the battlefield. Look at him, he has no head. This one is a fake, don't look at it.
Now, heroes, claim the altars in my name.
There goes Krizoff. I am firing, so we do have a little bit of a nice reversal. And we are down to 28 health on the core of Wait Till 10. We are also almost to level 10 on the side of Bull Moose Party, so they will have a momentary advantage. The question is, what can they do with it? There is Rodin. Rodin needs to be careful. There is the nice, get away from me, guitar riff coming from ETC. Alright, Maltha needs to be careful. He's about to be in Painesville. Just go ahead and try and move through, but the ETC will not let them away. ETC is like, I'm trying to hit Winter Rose, why is this wall in the way? But there is an answering kill on the side of Wait Till 10 as Malthael goes down. That is actually more impactful than you might think, because that is their double soaker that would put them behind, but it actually looks like Leoric is moving down. Both sides do have their level 10s, their ultimate abilities come in. Here we should have a Entomb, I believe. Jaina goes down, they're trying to block this off. There's the Entomb, masses casters, a lot of them in the middle. There's no moving around. We do go and have ETC being taken down. Less damage than I actually thought would happen. Okay, we do have 2 health going down. That is a 3-4-1. Okay, 3 for 2. I can do math. Because we did have Lunara getting taken out by the tower. Big ol' cannonball to the face and a little woodland splatter going across the battlefield. Alright, Malthael is back up, going back to the soak game. Looking at this ultimates, even though we did see a lot of them, we do have Mosh Pit on that ETC, Archon for Tassadar, Emerald Wind for Brightwing, Entomb for Leoric, and then the Leaping Strike. Everyone's favorite giggly ability. Last rites on Mr. Malthael. Warbringer, Ring of Frost, Flames Weapon, Bound to your own, because I gotta talk right now. We have the Polymorph very, very low. There's the Leaping Strike leaping high overhead. We have Varian being taken out. Winter Rose is right in the middle of a lot of the enemy team. Malthael going ahead and running around, looking to try and get someone low enough in order to last rites them. They're having a hard time. Winter Rose standing in the middle of the blizzard. It is frigid. You made the Angel of Death, but you're not the Angel of Personal Heaters. Offlaners do go down. It is a 2-for-1 in favor of Wait for 10.
This red, and mine alone.
We should also go ahead and point that the 1 kill they did get on Leoric was gotten by Malthael. Last Rite is the only questing heroic in the game. Every time you get a kill with it, it lowers the cooldown by 5 seconds. So getting more and more and more of these is super plus important. There's once again the Varian goes ahead and taunts, saying, hey, don't move, deer. And then they kill the deer, so the deer can never move again. There's J-Mac going ahead and going up, getting all this lovely experience. Level 13 slight advantage on the side of Bull Moose Party. Winter Rose trying to get that caught up and get to level 13s as well. They don't want to engage while they're down the talents here. That is a very bad idea. But level 13s are picked up. They can, in theory, start to move out. But Lunara is not with them, so it's even still not a good idea. Here's Toast Monster coming out. Hazard goes ahead and gets that. Tychus moves back. Don't rub against the electric fence. But they didn't actually take electric fence, so I don't know why I'm singing that, other than I just like the song. J-Mac is once again here looking for that. There's the Ring of Frost. Alright, we do have Ronan going ahead and doing a power balance. No movement for you. And Tomb comes along as well. We have a kill on Jaina, a kill on Stuka, a kill on Tychus. 3-4 nothing. Toastmaster's trying to get away, is moving his little feet. He likes to move it. He's not going to like to move it much longer because he's about... Oh, look at that charge going around the wall. That is amazing. Winrow's up here being like, I don't know what the rest of my team is doing, but I'm up here killing sappers. 10 kills to 8. Very, very different than what we saw in the early game. We do have a single altar coming down, but it does look like at the bottom lane they do want to go ahead and convert this. They want to make this a blue tower. They think blue is a way better color than orange. And it will be done. So this tower will be raised once again in service of the Raven Lord. You can go in and see the lovely Raven on top. Much, much, much different than this weird, stupid grave thing from the Gravekeeper. You will notice they went down to 23 health because that's what happens whenever you have extra towers. Instead of doing 4 shots, they did 5. J-Mac and Winter Rose, friends forever. Surprisingly, they just kind of let that go. Let it go. So it just converts back. They got 1 shot off it, but I thought they would try and defend it a little bit more, but they decided not to, and we'll have to see if that comes back to bite them. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. There is the nice flaming swipe, pushes everyone back. Stukov with his massive arm. I don't know what he does to make his arm that bulky. If I were in high school, I would have a guess, but that's immature, you guys. I can't say that. Darn it, someone just DM'd me something about Major Tom, and now I've got Space Oddity stuck in my head. Your Soyuz hatch and put your helmet on. So once again, we have the 3-1. Up top, it looks like we have the agreement of not messing with one another. But we definitely do not have that agreement here. Everyone's just waiting for someone to move in. Alright, we have an engagement going on. There is a... Oh, just barely catches Winter Rose, and Winter Rose comes in. There is the hoppity hops. Ronan does not go down to the last rites, so that's not going to be another stack. Still sitting on just 1 stack of that ultimate. But Odin is down here. The Odin has been commandeered, and it is just shelling the battlefield. Lady Ronan tried for a turn-in, but that was not about to happen. Crusoe said no. Actually, I think that may have been Toast Monster. Regardless, Ronan goes ahead and goes in. Varian wants this kill. Varian wants this deer, and Varian's going to eat well tonight. I'm a very cannibalistic caster. I keep talking about eating heroes. Hazard going ahead and moving across. Hazard gets zoned out. Iceman going ahead and going to try and take this out. Hazard trying to get away. Will actually survive, but no. ETC brings out the big ol' axe, and the convict has been detained. We are at 20-19 in terms of core health. Very, very even game. Could go either way. There's the taunt, but I don't know the rest of the team is actually close enough to do anything about that. And indeed, I'm not sure. I mean, taunt does not have that long a cooldown. It's not the end of the world, but it's still just kind of a weird use of an ability. We do have everyone kind of moving through, looking to go ahead and invade on this Sapper camp. Lunar does send her Wisp up in order to get vision of them. We have Leoric skulking around, ready to come in here. That's going to be a bad time for Toast Monster. Alright, Toast Monster gets taken down. Leoric is looking for a big one too. And does go ahead and actually misses. Does not catch an entomb, but they still get a Jaina. Jaina goes down. Back to Theramore with you, Missy.
The altars rise again. Take the altars and put an end to the grave.
And there's Ronan moving in. Polymorph comes out onto Krizo, and it looks like they are going to try to convert this back into the blue once again, and they will be successful in doing so. However, up top, we did go and have the Sapper Cams being picked up, and it has moved in. This one is down to 103,000. Someone like has tapped out and just kind of listening to it like, holy crap, 103?
Fire upon the grave.
There's Toad's Monster charges in, but immediately gets targeted by the tower. The tower will defend its allies, and there is a nice mosh. Murder takes a lot of damage, is going to actually, once again, great healing comes through and actually stops him from dying to the last rites. Malthael goes down. We have Leoric finishing up his quest. There's Toad's Monster going ahead and being taken out, along with just, well, basically everyone. Krizo is the sole survivor. Never mind. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man team wipe coming out of the side of Wait Till 10. Fantastic engage. Now they're going for boss, or are they going for structure damage? They have a while. Their opponents are on 9 health. By taking boss right here, they actually do go in and put themselves within range to a single keep. Will in the game for them, assuming they keep all of their current structures. Bam, 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 bam. Great commentary. Alright, this is going to be close. It does look like we are going to get here 5 seconds. Rubbing already over here in channeling. It's going to be hard for him to get there. Malthael is on his way. Moth is on his way.
Enough of this charade.
But it is too late. They could not get there in time. And we do go ahead and have game number 1 going in favor of Wait Till 10. Well, this is awkward. So, it looks like everyone that bet on Bull Moose Party. So, by all rights, you all should just lose your points. But that's a really dickish thing for me to do. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and actually delete the bet instead of counting it. That way you all get your points back, because I have a lot of cool things to use points on. You know, you can check out my boots, you can do all kinds of stuff. So I want you to have those points. I want you to use them and love them. So I'll go ahead and give those back. In the meantime, we will go ahead and look at the stats. The stats don't tell everything. I don't really like to use them as a big comparison, but great healing coming out of Azraelia. Does do a 60,000 over the course of the game. In terms of damage, we do go and have Iceman leading the way with 60,000 again. Hey, that sounds familiar. We do also go ahead and have Tychus with 42 and Lunara with 35. In terms of experience, we do have the Double Soak War being slightly won by Leoric, which is surprising. Leoric seemed like he split off more often, but I guess a lot of that had to do with team fights as well. So still ends up being better for J-Mac. 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 And with that, we'll go ahead and get ready to go into game number 2. Look forward to it, and I will see you guys back here in just a sec. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 between Wait Till Tin and Bull Moose Party. We are actually going to be going to Sky Temple, and it is at the request of Wait Till Tin. So Bull Moose Party will have first pick and first ban. So they will go ahead and have a little bit of a better strategy, better ability when we get into being able to get what heroes they want. So of course that does mean they're giving the ever important last pick, oftentimes for the off lane, over to their opponents. Just wait, go ahead and get the game launched just now. Looking at the way things have been thus far, I love how looking at the little like diagram of all the maps, you just have like the entire top line is just like, no, the top row is stupid. We don't want it. There's no playing the top row. We're done. All right, we're waiting for one. I possibly came to this one a little bit too early. Now, Sky Temple is an interesting map. It is definitely a map where you have the option to win by avoiding your opponents. A little bit similar to Towers of Doom, actually, because you do damage, but very much by doing the objective. I mean, you can also just push the structures. That does work, but being able to control the objective, but oftentimes there's more than one objective up, so you can just kind of like run around, have an advantage in one place. But here we go into the game right about now.
Sky Temple.
I have fun. Hopefully you do too, but if you don't, well, you know what, get over it. We have a red band. A band on the side of the Reds. Excuse me. Here I am just yawning in your face because I am heckin' rude. With that said, we do go ahead and have Nazeebo coming out. Or more correctly, not coming out because he is banned out. There's no witch doctoring here. Sky Temple looks way too similar to certain Diablo maps, so we want to keep Diablo heroes off of them. Plus, Nazeebo is just kind of like overtuned. Varian is banned out. They said the Varian taunt into We're All Dead was a very, very powerful early game tool for you guys. We don't want you to have it. Now here's the thing that's a little bit scary, is that Bull Moose Party lost game number 1 and is not using either of their initial bans or the heroes that were actually used against them. So that kind of feels like Wait Till Tin can just sort of do the same thing again, and it's no bueno. I apologize for saying that. We have the Tychus being banned out as well. I'm not sure I agree that Tychus was the second biggest problem, but do go ahead and have Krizo taking the Brightwing, declaring fight time. Now, obviously, that was a pick that was stolen by the other side, so we'll have to see what they do in response to not having it. That was such an awkward sentence. Brightwing, definitely a good combo person, and also a good way to break things. Oh, we do have the Asma Dunk coming out with the Mad Max skin.
There is always hope.
An interesting Ariel? Every time I see an Ariel for just a split second, I'm like, are we going to see Cho'Gall? Is that a thing? They have banned out Tychus. It's possible. None can say it's impossible. If you try and say it's impossible, I will call you a liar and a thief. And we do have Blaze being taken by Toast Monster, and then Falsehead. Falsehead does get percentage damage earlier than most heroes do, other than Tychus, who gets it level 1. You can't beat that. So with Ariel being such a good burst healer, that tells me there's either going to be a hyper carry. Obviously we won't see Vala, but a hero like Vala, maybe a Greymane, someone that can just do a lot of battery damage. So Jaina being removed. A lot of bans that were very heads up. Okay, Deathstar is at least a hero that was actually used on them. I'm glad to see that. I always get concerned when I don't. I gotta take my glove off. My hands are getting hot. And that's no.
For battle.
Okay, definitely that Cho'Gall then. Imperius, interesting. Now Imperius is their offlaner, Rodent instead of their tank, so Imperius is going to be going into Winter Rose. Who are we going to use against Spear Daddy? That is the question, and the answer is, I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't be asking it. I would be telling you. I would be enthralling you in my ability to perceive the future. With that being said, we do go ahead and have the last picks coming out on the side of Bull Moose Party. And they're going to take the Kael'thas and the Dibbles. Diablo. So that does mean that Blaze will be going into Imperius. I really like this matchup for Imperius. I gotta say, I think J-Mac has the advantage. Last time I thought Winter Rose had the advantage, but that's is Winter Rose actually playing Diablo?
Reckoning is
Diesel, this map was picked by Wait Till 10. Wilmus Party did have first pick and first ban. So we do go ahead and have a Ronin. Basically, okay, this is almost... Can you imagine? This is a full Diablo comp coming out of Wait Till 10. And can you imagine how awkward it must be for Azmodan? You've got Tyrael and Ariel and Imperius with their, like, Nephilim buddy Cassia. Azmodan's like, hey guys. We cool, right? Alright, and with that we'll go ahead and get into the game.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle.
Alright, here we go. Hannibal is going to play the Azmodan, the sole member of Hell, on the side of Wait Till 10. Lady Ronin is apparently offlaning with Ariel. Don't ask me, I don't understand it either. J-Mac on the Imperius. We have Ronin on the Tyrael. Nice fiery wings. We do have Iceman on the Cassia.
10 seconds.
On the other side, I think I got everyone. Did I miss someone? I don't think so. On the other side, we do have Blaze being played by Winter Rose. They did switch. I was like, I can't imagine that Winter Rose is going ahead and playing Diablo. We have Eternal Blue on the Falstad. Toes Monster playing that Diablo. Krizo on the Brightwing. And Hazard is on the Kael'thas. Well, thank you, Bella. I am completely cheating. This is a filter. This is real makeup, but I still like it. Very gothy with the shirt. Was playing Heroes all afternoon. It was like, I do not want to go put on makeup in order to stay home for Labor Day. Not doing it. Alright, we do go ahead and have Blaze and Imperius actually went back. I wonder what actually happened there. I missed it. Oh, and Imperius actually using his E in order to wave it. This is odd. I am not the one that understands. We're going to have the much faster rotations. It looks like coming out of the side of Wait Till 10. They do get level 2 earlier, and here comes a little bit of engage. Now, Brightwing isn't the one. Brightwing can, of course, teleport in. That does not actually matter too terribly much. Alright, here's the rotations. We do have the Siege Giants taking at the exact same moment. Moving through. Imperius is coming back here to deal with the Winter Rose. We did go ahead and have Imperius... Oh, interesting. Consuming Flames. Okay, so that's why Imperius isn't just like ripping Blaze apart, because there's a different level 1 that only helps you in 1v1s, but it would really be effective against Blaze. Oh my... Thank you. I did not even consciously realize my body was there. I thought I told us to move to another scene. I will go ahead and get it out of there. Thank you, Taco. I appreciate you. Let's change it, right? I've got a 30-second delay, so I never know if it's actually changing. I'm like looking at the preview monitor just to see if I actually fade away. I'm supposed to. Seconds is so long when you're waiting for it. Okay, there I finally go. So we go ahead and have everyone moving back and forth. Okay, back into the game. We do have again a slight advantage over on the side of Convection. Are you kidding me? Nobody uses that trash talent. I am so aggressive. Oh, nice stun. Although Winter Rose also got hit, like guaranteed to hit onto from the protector, but also Winter Rose got smacked by it as well. We do go and have Wait Till 10 in the middle, go ahead and controlling this. We have everyone kind of moving through. Ronan going ahead and take a good bit of damage. Iceman going back and forth. No real ability to go in just yet. Hazard getting very low. Almost gonna take it out of that Asmo glow, but not quite. Iceman being very aggressive up here. Here's the thing to keep in mind. You want to be careful moving into this section when there's a Diablo.
And so the light fades from my temple.
Well, okay, here's very briefly, and then we'll get back to the game. The problem with Convection is that it's strong in the early game, and almost irrelevant in the late game. So you have to get Convection, and then you have to not die, and you have to complete it early enough for it to matter. There's just a lot of ulls about that. So you go ahead and have the Giants being picked up by both teams right now. Very even, still a very small experience lead on the side of Wait Till 10. But overall, last I'll say about Convection, so this took me a little bit to figure out. If your battle strategy depends on your opponent not playing well, then it's not a good battle strategy. You should pick one that's based on your skill, not theirs. And we do have Kael'thas just absolutely deleted. I don't know what happened. I saw a health bar and then I didn't see a health bar anymore. We have Blaze up here. Winter Rose just goes ahead and flambés this whole place. Does start to take tower shots and has to back off. Rotation coming up, but that is called out. Winter Rose is AO and also K.
Soon they shall bask in
Does look like the Mercenary Camp is being picked up by Ronan, Ice, Lady Illian, and Hannibal. Basically everyone except for Imperius. Imperius is just too eager to fight. Be like, yeah, there's Mercenary Camps, there's things I can take over, but you know, there's this big stupid fire bat here. Charcoal player named Firebat Hero. Well, hero this, buddy. And it looks like there will be no heroics for Winter Rose. Oh, actually, Krizo comes in. Will Winter Rose survive? This is actually good. Krizo, you golden god. Winter Rose owes you her life. Meanwhile, at the bottom, while that was going on, they went into the temple and are getting free siege. Here we get a bit of reversal. Now, level 10s are unlocked for Wait Till 10, but we're like milliseconds away from getting them on the side of Bull Moose Party. Look at it, we do go ahead and have Judgment, Ball of Lightning, Resurrect, Divine Invasion, and Concealed Armaments. Rose of Diablo getting taken out. I didn't actually think it to be a fight, but there was, and I apologize for missing it. We go ahead and have the Apocalypse, Blink Heal, Phoenix, Mighty Gust, and Combustion. Alright, still all forts remain, but we do have the Moonwell having vanished from 3 of them. This one, which looks like will be going down very shortly, the one in the middle and the one in the top on the side of Wait Till 10. And goodbye, sweet fort. I will never forget you. I will name you Jeff. Toast Monster and Hazard move out. Hazard needs to be a little bit careful. Whenever your tank steps back, if you're the mage, you do not need to be going in still. Already running in a lot of trouble. Just go ahead and just big old, like, massive team clump around. Is she actually resurrecting herself while she's standing right there? This feels like... That was definitely a Twitch press. The rest of the team ran away, and she's just like, oh, I guess I'm not coming back after all. So we do go ahead and have the Giants being picked up and stolen away by Bull Moose Party. We go over here to go in and get their own. We actually have, for the first time I've noticed a, no, never mind. I can't tell top sides. So we do, it is about even experience right now, level 12 all. We're playing tennis right now, level 12 all.
Light of the sun.
Rose is up here trying to fight a terrible battle against both Hannibal and J-Mac.
Soon they shall bask in my
Arla is up here, but once again, the entire, like, clump of the team is in the area. Arla needs to be careful. She did not enjoy the last experience.
My magic flows through the temples. Guardians, do not let these mortals.
J-Mac wants this Brightwing, but will not get it. We do go ahead and have the top and bottom being taken by opposing sides, but ironically, both of them shelling the top, and the top will go down for both sides very, very shortly. But of course, the big problem is that that does mean that the bottom one is about to start hitting Keep Wall, whereas the top temple has a lot to go through still. So we're definitely not going to see what we could. We do have a battle going over the... Well, not really a battle. There's a battle with the boss. It does not look like this is realized on the side of Bull Moose Party. They're moving in. A lot of damage going into this lower keep. There we go ahead and have the boss just goes ahead and take a big old swing, and we do have the soothing waters. The Moonwell are spilled everywhere. The plants are going to be going very, very well, but the heroes will not be getting health nearly as well. There is a gust does come in and push Iceman into the middle of the poor Iceman. He's like, I just want to leave. Diablo's like, no, this is a birthday party. It's a surprise party. Surprise! Alright, we do have to keep stays alive. Is down to 3,500 health. I do have to say that Bull Moose Party is very, very, very effective at going ahead and finding the ability to just put someone into the corner. They say no one puts baby in a corner, but I disagree because I've seen it happen twice. Nice double stun from Winter Rose as they start to move in. Despite all of the action we've had, keep in mind this is only 2 kills to 3 advantage on the side of Bull Moose Party. We're gonna have a single altar up top, single temple, single whatever you want to call it. I think I should be allowed to call them altars. Like, this map is taking place above Tomb of the Spider Queen, so... Still counts. Alright, that is stolen by Wait Till 10, but Diablo right in the middle of a lot of things. Now, Diablo is not the easiest one to take out. We actually have Falstad being charged by the Angel, who rules the skies. Well, no, it's not Bird Boy. Winter Rose is going to be the next one to fall. Diablo goes ahead and catches a Flame Strike right to his butt. You would think Diablo wouldn't actually care about being Flame Struck, but guess what? It still does damage. the fires of Azeroth are different than the fires of hell, and Diablo's like, ow, this actually hurts me, what is going on? You're going to have a fort being taken out. Meanwhile, the temple is up and available to be captured. We still have 14 seconds until Blaze comes back. But surprisingly, they are not really fighting for it. Imperius is in the area. No damage has been done to this wall, so this temple will only get to the keep, but won't actually get the keep taken out. Assuming they fully channel it, which is not guaranteed.
Red team's core is under.
Alright, Tom goes ahead and jumps in. There's a Winter Rose goes ahead and Mario Kart double dashes around real quick, but they do go and get Imperius out of here. There was the just moving it. Caught someone, but no one was actually taken out. Ronan goes ahead and going through. They do go ahead and get the Brightwing. Ronan very, very, very low. Toast Monster is looking for an engage. It is 1-1, except not really, because Ariel did bring someone back. We do go ahead and have Blaze being taken out as the second victim. We do lose Ariel, but we also lose both the Diablo and the Kale Falls. Only Falstad is left alive. And Tyr goes ahead and takes that out. Trait value, can you say it? I can. So that, in the end, was still actually a 3-4, but again, cheaty Ariel using her ult in order to make it still 3 people left alive. Hannibal coming down here, trying to get a little bit of damage, maximize the temple pressure.
Blue team has crushed.
Mac, you just have to do everything so extra all the time, don't you? I'm gonna stab through a wall because I can. Eternal Blue and Toast Monster going ahead and going across. They are looking at boss. Neither team really going to fight for it. Level 20s are picked up for Wait for 10. They're going to go ahead, wait till 10. Angel of Justice, Infinite Lightning, Shield of Hope, Siegebreaker, and Brand of Solarian. There's a nice gust, and it doesn't look like the boss is going to be picked up on the side of Full Moose Party. There is a movement. Lady Runner going to go in and be taken out. Iceman looking very, very low. J-Mac running over the entire enemy team, but he's going to be going out. The Angels are falling like flies. And this could be a push coming in. Now, we do go ahead and have... is Ariel coming back up? She does not look to be.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
We are 6 seconds away. If they can go ahead, they may push with the boss, but I bet they're going to actually move in. I like how Diablo is just sitting here. Wait, no, he is actually... Oh, Azmodan being a sneaky sneak. Alright, there's Ronan. Alright, lasers are coming in from all over the battlefield. They are moving in on the middle temple, though. Looks like Winter Rose may be in trouble. There is the Angel of Justice comes through saying, you know what, you can charge, I can charge too, and my charge is point and click. What you gonna do about that, Winter Rose? Oh, you're going to die? Okay, cool, good to know. Never mind, once again, Brightwing comes in and says, no one dies on my watch. I am Brightwing, I am Fairy Dragon, I am Roar.
Red team has crushed.
Man, freaking Brightwing Crizzo is just making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about all the time. Twice now I've called someone to die, and twice now Brightwing's just no, no, no. Alright, here we have a move in. We're right at the end of the temple. There's a big fight happening at the moment. Nice flip around. We do have Lady Ronan going down, as well as Falstad. I do not think that she has... No, she does have. Hannibal is down to about 400 health. Crizzo is very low. We do have Cassia being taken out. Ronan is trying to survive. Just a bunch of charges, but Ronan actually avoids it. And we do have a relatively even fight that goes on. It ends up being 2 for 1.
The red team's core is being assaulted.
Alright, we're about to have everyone back up. Temples will not be up for an extended period of time. We just actually had the phase finish. This is so low on health. That's definitely going down because the next one will be double phase, and at least one shot is letting there, and that's all it takes. It's down to 500 health.
The light of the sun grows.
Heck, I think Asmo may take it down before then.
They shall bask in
How much do his globes do right now? Yeah, 436, so... It would take 2 globes to take it out. Alright, here comes the engage. Nice. Denial from Ariel. Diablo tries to go in, and Ariel's like, nope, get out, get back. Remy's like the only healer that can be like, nope. Alright, and here we have, there goes the one. Now they need to be careful because they are taking damage to shields right now. Here comes everyone in. Here is the team fight as they start to engage. There's a lot of damage around. When you go ahead and have the combustion come out, there is the Hellfire. Apocalypse does land. Lady Ronan take a lot of damage in the middle of the entire team. There is the Gust, catches everyone. The Endless Wind Tunnel goes down and pushes them against that wall. Ariel goes down, as does Stabby Boy. I forget which player that is. Very low. Lady Ronan also very low. Lady Ronan is going to be taken out by that bomb, and actually spreads it to Ronan. Yeah, they're going to be arguing about that one tonight. That's a Romeo and Juliet moment if I ever saw one. Here we go have it if we're kind of moving through. There are blasts coming from both temples. Looks like this one is finished. Does get this one down to about 1600. They actually they're just going in to win right now. Do not disagree, they've only got Azkaban out on the map, and here comes the engage. Yeah, that Gust just held everyone in place. GG is called by Ronan. I do think that is correct. I don't think they can hold us back. Azkaban comes back, tries to do what they can, but there's going to be very little chance of saving us. And we do go into game number 2, going in favor of Bull Moose Partey. Alright, with that being said, we do go ahead and have game number 2 ending in a 1-1, so we are of course going to see a game number 3. Look at the stats real quick before we move on. We do go ahead and have Brightwing coming out of that Kriza, far and away running away with healing. Like, you definitely do not have to win in healing. Like, Ariel has other things, but still, hats off to 106,000 healing Brightwing. Oh my goodness. In terms of damage, we have Azmodan and Kael'thas up at about 70. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3. We are going to be going over to Infernal Shrines, the Shrines of Infernality. We are going to go ahead. This is the pick of Bull Moose Party, which means that Wade Tilted will have first pick and first ban.
Infernal shrines.
So here we go. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to see what we can see. Looking forward to do what we can do. And with that said, we'll go ahead and start looking into what bans we have. Now, here's one thing that's slightly concerning, is that in game number 1, Bull Moose Party picked Towers of Doom, and Wade Tilted won. Then in game number 2, Wade Tilted picked Sky Temple, and Bull Moose Party won. And here in game 3, we have Bull Moose Party picking Infernal Shrines, so... seems like people kinda suck at winning the maps that they want. Do go ahead and have Diablo, being the first one banned out. I am... Oh, and Vala being banned out again. Bull Moose Party concerns me a little bit because they keep banning out heroes that aren't actually being used against them. Maybe that comes from scouting, but I worry that those are just meta bans. So interesting, they get rid of... So they're leaving Varian up, even though they banned him out last time. Oh, I do like the Brightwing ban. Brightwing definitely was a absolute chunker hero. Saved Blaze at least twice that I remember. Blaze was dead to rights, and then Brightwing just sort of shows up. Love to see it, love to see it, love to see it. With that said, who was going to be our first pick? We do have Hannibal going Tastar, going away from the Asmodan of the Chonky Globes, and going into Asmodar of the Lightning Slash. Fun fact, if you actually watch the Legacy of the Void trailer, you do see an Archon actually use that move with the lightning going along the ground. It's cool. I forgot it was in there, but I watched it again recently.
We will forge a great destiny.
Winter Rose is back on Blaze, but this time Toast Monster is on Varian one more time. Going to vainly sit here and like brush my hair. Because obviously I'm a princess.
There is always
Once again with the Ariel, this is interesting. I don't actually see Ariel being played very often. We are back to Ronan on the ETC. It looks like that the Ronan Lady Ronan relationship is no longer made in heaven, because we're not going to have Tyrael and Ariel together forever. His name is Hogger, and he will not be in the game. I think that is pretty late. Honestly, don't mind that too much though, because Hogger is a terror when it comes to the actual shrines. Just being like, okay, I'm gonna start taking this shrine and go get a Dr. Pepper. And then the Lucio. Ariel has been picked up, but no actual healer coming on from the other side just yet. Krizo, who are you gonna go? You're not gonna go Brightwing, and you're not gonna go Lucio, and you're not gonna go Ariel? That's what we can say for sure.
For the Nexus.
Oh, interesting. Uther? Is this going to be a double support comp? Are we seeing another support from Hazard? Or is it actually solar healer Uther? I don't see solar healer Uther. It has a bit of mana problems, but definitely pretty chonky survivability, especially once level 10 hits. Interesting. Yrel into Blaze? Yrel is very difficult to take down. I have a lot of respect for the goat. And then Iceman once again on Birddad. Birdman! So looking at this so far, I am a little concerned at how easy ETC was to pick off in game number 1. ETC not known for having a ton of survivability in and of themselves.
Hell, it's about
And Varian is good at holding them in place. Tychus with the bigger they are, and then Orphea just massive damage on a stationary target. There's a great potential for blow up coming out of the side of Bull Moose Party. It's going to be close. We'll have to find out who wins this one, but we're going to have to find out in just about 3 seconds. So go ahead and get ready. Strap yourselves in, because here we go. And here we go into the game. Thankfully, I've already seen myself fade out of the other view, so I know I won't be locking talents this time. Speaking of which, let me go in and pull them up real quick. With that being said, we do go and have Ronan coming in on ETC, the Elite Talron Chieftain. We do have Iceman on Birdman, Lady Ronan on Ariel, the Angel of Hope, J-Mac on Goat Lady, and then Hannibal playing Tassaface.
10 seconds.
In joke, if you hopefully you enjoy the Tassaface person in chat that knows about it, Hazard is going to come out on Tychus. We do have Krizo on the Uther. Winter Rose is on Blaze one more time. Toast Monster back on his favorite variant. And Eternal Blue is on Eternal Goth. Lolita, the Orphea. Coming in from the top, waiting for someone to extend too far. And there is J-Mac. Here we have the big move around. J-Mac taking a lot of damage. You can't pressure level 10 just yet, but J-Mac actually survives. Manages to survive. Trumbull takes a lot of damage, but Trumbull is going to go ahead and back out. Looking at our level 1 talents, we do have Prog Rock, Static Charge, and Frigate Flyer coming out on the side of Question Talents on the side of Wait Till 10. Lion's Maw for the Varion. Oh, and we do have a pause. That is going to mean I need to press this button. That way people cannot see the minimap and know what is going on. This pause was not actually caused by me. Hooray. Looks like Blaze has had a disconnect. So we'll just wait for Blaze to come back in the game. Back in the game. Nobody is lame when we're back in the game. So, with that being said, we are in Division D Northeast. And so, as you can see, in terms of the overall points, Wait Till 10 is currently the second place point holder. Who is the team at the top? That's Council of Mages. I'm surprised you're asking that. It's like right on the screen. And then we do also have Bull Moose Party, which is currently the 9th place team. So the fact that this match is as close as it is incredible. So looking at things so far, again, just kind of peeling the information apart. When we look at the off lane, we do have Yrel into Blaze. I do think that's a little bit in favor of Blaze, but not by much. Yrel does more damage, but has to use mana for the self-healing. Blaze is a lot more mana efficient when it comes to his self-healing. So I do think that's going to be slightly advantageous for the Firebat. In terms of the actual engage, the blow-up potential coming out of Wait Till 10, or coming out of Bull Moose Party is insane. Between Tychus and Orphea, especially against a stationary target, but I am a little bit worried. Uther is not well known for his mana efficiency and healing. On the other side, we do have, of course, Tassadar and Falstad. Very, very, very even amounts of damage. And that's the thing. If they can abuse the Uther's inability to heal mana efficiently and just poke for a while, Uther will run out of the ability to sustain through that. Okay, it does look like we're good. I'm going to be going into the game in just 2 seconds. And here we go. I presume. Other things that end with Just in case I press that a few more times, make sure we're back in the game. It'd be terrible if we weren't. Oh, okay, I was so confused. And the problem is I'm not in Division D Northeast, so I don't really know about the different teams. I cast way too many series in order to keep up with the individual rankings and what they are. This was D Stoutby, so I might be able to give a little bit more information. Sorry to be snarky, but it's what I do. We do go in at the casual camp being picked up on both sides. That is the Impaler camp, for those of you that don't play Diablo and don't know what the heck a Khazra is. Here's J-Mac moving down. It looks like there's going to be a big engagement. Winter Rose being engaged upon a little bit. There is the move forward. Stun coming out. Yrel jumps into the silence. Gets moved back. Winter Rose is in a lot of trouble. There's no Brightwing to save you now, Winter. But it looks like you do not need it. Here comes the rest of the team moving in. Lady Ronan does get taken out by that. J-Mac is being harassed up at the top. Varian cannot taunt just yet. He is just now, as I was talking, becoming a real boy. Alright, we're doing Trouble and Krizzo going ahead and getting this taken care of. Here comes everyone else kind of moving forward. Getting this taken out. We are going to go and have the Shaman Camp taking a little bit early on the side of Bull Moose Party. Cannibal and Iceman coming through and getting this one on the other side. We are going to have a Mortar Shrine coming in the middle. Turtles are the best. Why is there no turtle hero yet? We've got turtles in World of Warcraft. I know the possibility is there. Alright, a lot of... Sorry. Ronan takes a huge amount of damage. We are looking for the engage. They're looking for someone to go through. Big old blast comes through. We do have a very low health bars on the side of Bull Moose Party. Alright, oh, Tygus is in trouble. Tygus did get flanked by that ETC. Got bopped back into everyone. Here's J-Mac. That's really, we've got ETC and J-Mac both doing basically the same thing, going through an opponent and blasting them into the team, which is definitely not what they want. It does look like the Mortar Punisher is going to come out in favor of Wait Till 10, who is not waiting for 10. They are owning the game right now. Meanwhile, up top, we do have the Shaman Camp. Winter Rose did move up there in order to try and get some side damage done. And it does look like she's going to be able to get this wall down while everything else is going on. But meanwhile, we do have the Mortar Punisher. What goes over the wall goes and lands on top of that Variant. Variant does not have an Unstoppable and just taking a lot of damage. We do have ETC having to get out. Was being shelled by the fort. There is a nice double kill. The Uther goes down, but Uther is kind of the one you want to go down if you have to lose someone. Does heal up everyone else before he expires. There is the taunt. Taunt is a thing. Oh, but Toast Monster is very low. We do get the kill on Rodan, and Toast Monster does get out of there. That is a 2-for-1 in favor of Bull Moose Party. Looking at things right now, we do have a slight experience edge on the side of Wait Till 10. Looking at our questing talents, we don't have any of them finished just yet. 70 stacks on Static Charge, 13 stacks on Prog Rock, 14 on Two Frequent Fire, though that's not one that actually finishes. It looks like we're going to have an invade in just a second. They were waiting for that to go through. It is a full 4-on-4 down here. Neither Blaze or Yrel are in the area. The Yrel is starting to rotate down. Toast Monster goes ahead and gets kind of caught in by that wall. But here is Yrel. This could spell trouble. Oh, Yrel can barely move. Okay, here's everyone else comes in. So we have Ronan kind of moving through. Contra Camp and a catapult coming down the bottom lane right now. It does look like the majority of Bruno's party will come down and clean that up. Make sure they don't take any damage to their keep wall. But because they moved away, it does look like Wait Till 10 have decided, you know what? This Moonwell would look a lot better if it was shattered. Nice Blaze attempted a flank, but does end up missing them and coming right into their team. Kind of reminds me of one of those scenes where you just have like the reunion and people are running across the field at each other.
Gathers power. Claim it in my name.
Alright, we do have these Shaman camps being picked up by both sides almost at the same time as well. This will be the Frozen Punisher. Frozen Punisher is the most desirable of the three, and both sides are relatively healthy. Nice. Oh, Witch Rose is in a little bit of trouble, except not really. The entire other team is right there. But here comes Hannibal. Hannibal sees it. Hannibal scouts it out. But there comes the taunt. There comes the... No, we do go ahead and have the ult coming out. But Hannibal's still very, very low and does get taken out by the Orphea. There is absorption on the Yrel as everyone tries to get away. Witch Rose is about to looking for a charge, looking to go in. There comes the Insolence Blast, but no one actually is hit by it. Did not take Resurrect this game. That is interesting, after they did take it the previous game. We do have Yrel here in the middle, going ahead and doing damage to this, trying to get some value. But this is going to cause the Frozen Punisher to come out in favor of Bull Moose Party, almost for sure. Bull Moose banned Vala, and I forget what the other one was, conflicted. It was definitely Vala first.
Red team has summoned a Frozen Punisher.
Alright, Lady running. Oh my gosh, at 40 health? Just about like survived for just a second, but Hazard is going to go ahead and get shelled by this, goes down to 200 health. But it does look like Frozen Punisher is going to go ahead and help. There's the leap out, catches ETC. Ronan is not going to be able to do much more, but be a distraction for this thing.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Oh, stop trying to go that way. I really need to turn off mouse tracking whenever I pass these, but I forget this is also the game the account I play on.
Red team's Punisher has been slain.
Go ahead and get these taken care of. It does look like they're going to majority rotate down to below to get the contested camp. They are not trying to steal their opponents though. They realize their opponents are still completely alive. Or completely back alive. I don't know about still. Still may be the wrong word for that. With that said, we go ahead and moving through. A big old grenade goes off, just shredding this minion wave. They're going to come down here. They're going to take out these. Interesting. I don't know what they. I mean, they did actually catch one person with it, but a just completely blind shock and awe into a bush. Ghost Monster being chased down at the moment is trying to get back. Because Odin is commandeered. That does go ahead and trigger Wait Till 10 to back off. They say, okay, we got Odin. That's really what we wanted. Here we have Ronan and Iceman at the bottom lane. 2 men in the middle, and then Yrel all by herself. Meanwhile, just a big old like bush party right here, because there ain't no party like a sneaky bush party. You see one coming? Ronan is coming up, and Ronan's going to be like, "Oh, I found a surprise." Alright, Winter Rose does miss with the charge, just barely. It does look like they're going to go ahead and take their opponent's Shaman Camp. Honorable sees that this is happening, but they do not have their ETC. And Winter Rose does rotate in just to make sure that this will be a very, very bad engagement for them, when they will not attempt. Now keep in mind, we actually do have a talent tier advantage on the side of Wait Till 10.
Ready. A shrine gathers power.
This should be Arcane. Yep. Moving across the map. They are moving towards the Shaman Camp. Oh, here is Hazard. Hazard may be in a bad state. Let's go ahead and charge out of there. There is the, oh, great invulnerable in order to get them out of the mosh pit. And yes, indeed, we did go ahead and have Orphea just dropped that Eternal Feast right on top of the Ronin. The Ronin couldn't move. Oh, good lord. Okay, I was trying to look at what was going to be happening, and then all of a sudden I just see ETC pop. I've got to say, towards the end of the game, oh, there's a great hit on this bus, catches 2 people, but we do have Iceman having to back out. However, there we have a kill onto both Uther. Winter Rose is the next target, but we do have an Uther Ghost running around. So Winter Rose will not be taken out just yet. Oh, there's the Unstoppable. Unfortunately, Hazard does go have to stop for a while. The Unstoppable forced him to stop, figure that one out. Eternal Blue does go ahead and get big old cloven hooves right to the face. Hazard trying to get out of there. We do have J-Back hot in pursuit, but there is a thing there. Winter Rose comes back in, tries to get this done, but Winter Rose may be too courageous by half. Meanwhile, there is a Shaman Camp pushing in the top lane right now. Has gotten through the wall and is threatening keep. To 25. Winter Rose is doing everything she possibly can. Everything else, it does look like only we are at 39. They need 1 more in order to secure this, and I don't see much of a problem with them getting it. There's the big old Clod Hoppers coming in, but there is Combustion. Combustion gets a lot of people. There does go ahead and be a shield from Ariel in order to keep that from really happening. Prisco goes in and gets stomped on a little bit, but the Arcane Punisher is moving in. We do have Wait Till 10 is way past 10, and they are not waiting. They are finished with waiting.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
This is the full, we do have a 1 level advantage, but just barely. In just a second, it will be 18 to 18. The Arcane Punisher is just shelling away. The fort is down. Looks like it will definitely be falling. And that is going to trigger Wait Till 10 to just get out of there. They do not want to press their luck. They realize they're running into 5 members of the other team. So, with that being taken care of, we just go ahead and have just absolutely everyone going back. Going to secure this Khazra camp. Mid lane is going to be a lot of trouble for Moose Party. We're going to have continual catapults going down the lane, and they have no answering catapults in that lane. The only catapults that exist in the bottom lane every 3rd wave. So, not that wave. Shaman Camp up here is almost ready to go. That one not quite as close. But in the middle, we have a big thing. There's the Eternal Feast coming out. Does end up not getting the value they were hoping for, it looks like. They're actually pushing in for top keep? Like, I mean, yeah, that will help some. That will even out the lane, but it seems odd, an odd place to use your 20-tier advantage. Alright, here's a lot of damage coming into it. They do have, again, as I said, the level 20 tier advantage, so their opponents don't really want to fight them right now. Odin is out. There is Ronan. Ronan just going to catch one person. There is the Hitterless Glass, catches two, it looks like. Winter Rose right in the middle of it, and a lot of unfriendly heroes, surrounded by blue health bars. But they're not blue on her screen, I guarantee it. That is a 2 for nothing. And also they go ahead and get the Shaman camp. The Shamans are pressing in. The Shaman Master is still alive. And it does look like they are looking at core. Orphea goes in and gets blocked. Big ol' Clave moves once again. Land, and we do have Orphea just getting smashed into paste. GG is called by Hazard. Only Varian is left alive. They have a hard time holding this back, especially as the Shaman camp moves in. There are 2 catapults on core, and does up like game number 3, and the series is going to wait to 10. Not gonna wait anymore. It is over right now. So, 1 second, you guys. Let me go and see if I can arrange us an interview. All right, and it does definitely look. Dang it, you weren't supposed to see this. I was supposed to go to a different one. Oh well, wasn't looking at anything I wasn't supposed to. So we do go ahead and have a looking at stats while we wait to see if anyone joins me.
Hello.
Hopefully, actually,
I am here. I snuck in.
fantastic. Hello, hello.
How's it going?
It's going great for me. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. It was a fun series.
It certainly was. Definitely incredibly back and forth.
Yeah.
How did you guys? I mean, I know I'm starting with game number 2, and I shouldn't. But game number 2 definitely felt like it should have been yours, and then they just clawed their way back and pushed you all the way back to your core. What was the mood of the team going into game number 3?
Yeah, we just knew that was a dumb boss call. You know, we knew they had Gust, and we went for it anyway, and it sure enough backfired, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. So yeah, we just had to get it together for game 3, and that's what we did.
You absolutely did. 1 second, let me go ahead and get this set up real quick. First of all, let me make sure that they can all hear you. I think they can, but it would be terrible if they couldn't, and I've had that happen before.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, yep, looks like everything is good there. So,
All right.
looking at the series, it does certainly feel kind of ironically like every single team lost the maps they picked.
Oh yeah, I don't know why that happens. It happens a lot, it seems like.
But first question on Towers of Doom, relatively straightforward comps, I would say. Nothing really threw me for too much of a loop. What was your kind of strategy other than the obvious we want to control bottom lane strategy?
Yeah, just match their double soak and have a stronger 4-man, and then have our off laner come down, you know, whenever we needed him for 5v4 fights, and that was it.
It certainly seemed to work out very well. You guys, that one was another map that started off very even, and then you just sort of took control of it towards about halfway through the game. So
Yeah, that Varian Stew comp is definitely tough to deal with, but we kind of had plans to get around that mid to late game, and I think we executed that pretty well. So
Well, I would most certainly agree. Now, the second game is the one I want to talk about the most, which is unfortunately it's the one that you lost, so it may be the one you want to think about the least.
No,
But
it's fine.
I
Let's
do have
talk.
to ask because I noticed that you went with a full Diablo comp. Was that actually intentional, or was that just sort of like how the heroes fell?
It's kind of how the heroes fell. I mean, the first four, no, none of it was intentional. It was weird. It just happened to be like that. And someone said, "Hey, you should play your Tyrael," and I was like, "Okay." And I picked him, and they're like, "Dude, we got the Diablo comp." And you're like, "All right, that's sick." So, yeah, it was fate. Even though we lost, it was still fun.
I feel so sorry for that poor Asmodan. He's gonna be looking over his shoulder the entire game.
Oh man, yeah.
Surrounded by 3 of the like high angels and then Cassia, which.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
But looking at the actual map instead of just random lore bits that I'm coming up with, so obviously that was a map that you went around, you controlled shrines, or you gave them up. You kind of like moved around your opponent. We already kind of talked about the boss call, but other than the boss call, would you have done anything different if you had that map to play again?
No, it just would have changed that. That's pretty much it. And we could have fought better too. Like after that, we just, I don't know, kind of fell apart a little bit, I think.
And then the last question I have about it, because I don't see Judgment picked as an ult very often, what was the reason for that, or was it just based on their comp?
I just felt like stunning people, I guess. I should have picked the other one. That probably would have helped a lot too, with all the kale bombs going off. But yeah, just felt good. I don't know.
I wanted to have fun. Fair enough.
Yeah, gotta have fun. You know, mix fun with business. So that's what we did. Unfortunately, didn't pay off that time.
1 second. This has not come up yet, even though I told it to, and that makes me sad. Okay, there we go. Then moving on to game number 3, obviously the Infernal Shrines. Biggest question I had coming out of that one. Actually, let me remind myself of. So first of all, that's the second game that you guys end up running Ariel, which is not a hero I see a whole lot. What is the reason that you guys end up liking her so much?
That's Lady Ronan's one of her favorite heroes. So if she can get her, she takes her a lot.
Well, fair enough. And then also the Yrel, because Winter Rose had ended up running Blaze several games already, and you went Imperious into it the previous game. Again, if you know, why'd you choose Yrel, or is that more of a you have to ask J-Mac?
Yeah, that's one of his best heroes, I would say. So I mean, he plays a lot of offlaners, so it's hard to tell which one he's like the best with. So it was just one of the many.
And then lastly, you seemed. I mean, that last game was incredibly back and forth. We ended up the game with 9 kills to 8, but it did seem like you were better at shutting down the Varian taunt into just extreme blow up than you were in game 1. What would you credit that success to?
Well, we had the Ariel stasis ult, and ETC knockbacks are great for that. So yeah, Lady Rona just did a really good job just putting out the heals and hitting the Crystal Aegis when she needed to. Yeah, there's a lot of times I barely got out alive from a taunt combo, so that's
Well,
it.
that definitely makes sense. Last question, because I always try and ask this. What is the reason your team ended up choosing to call itself Wait Till 10?
Dang it, I need more people in here.
You can pull it in, I don't mind.
They're probably gone by now. But I don't know, it's just something we say sometimes. Just wait till 10, wait till 10, wait till we get them ults and it's on, you know? So before that, just do your job, soak, camps. And once that 10 comes on, let's do it. Let's fight, you know? We love to fight.
Well, clearly something that my team needs to learn, because we also love to fight. And are a bit overly aggressive to today in Stormlight.
Yeah. It's all right in Stormlight. You're getting your practice in, testing the limits.
But that is the questions I had prepared for you. Let me go ahead and turn it over to you for any shoutouts I'm sure you want to give.
Yeah, shout outs to Bull Moose Party. Definitely a formidable team. I know they were on the lower end of the standings, but they played really well. They executed their comps well, made us work for it. And obviously to the team, everyone played very solid, just following up, getting the damage in. Can't really ask for more than that. So, especially as a tank player.
Obviously, absolutely no bias there.
Yeah. And thank you to you for casting us. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely my pleasure. So, with that said, I'll go ahead and let you go to the after party. Have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
See.
And as for all of you, we'll go ahead and go over and spend some valuable time with Bankai. Bankai is currently also in D Division, but actually in D West, playing we're casting Woodley Express versus Team Momentum. So let's get over there. I say as I wasn't actually ready to raid yet.